For cheap and reliable MT, head over to aoa.com and use coupon code JACOB for 3% off. Kobe Bean Bryant is one of the top NBA players of all time. For that reason, it can be assumed that he is one of the best cards to pick up in NBA 2K MyTeam every year. In this video, we are going to look at the history of Kobe Bryant in NBA 2K MyTeam. To do this properly, we are going to have to start right when the game became relevant, and that was in 2K15. In 2K15, there was 5 Kobe cards in the game, however 2 of them stand out among the others, and that is a Ruby Froby, and of course the very prolific Onyx Kobe as well. Ruby Froby in 2K15 was one of the best budget options you could pick up. At the time, not that many cards were too saucy, but this card could kinda do it all. He could shoot, he could run to the hoop, and he could defend. To this day, people look back at this card in very good manner. He is considered one of the most prolific cards in 2K15. One of the cards people often look back at is their favorite to use because he was obtainable to almost everybody and very fun as well. Onyx Kobe was one of the most expensive cards in 2K15. For the most part, he was too expensive for the average person to buy. However, he was considered the best card in the game at the time. The only people that were really able to go ahead and pick up this card were the super big content creators at the time, such as Jesser, CashNasty, and Gento. In 2K16, there was a total of 7 Kobe Bryants in the MyTeam game mode. There was a few that weren't too relevant, such as the Silver Kobe, along with this very low tier Froby, and also the base card for Kobe, as this was his last year in the league. But the better ones were this Froby that was an Amethyst. This card was very popular as well. And then there was a total of 3 Diamond Kobes in the game. This one was a 97 overall Kobe. He did have 90 speed, and he was very good at 97 overall, considered to be better than this 99 overall Kobe. This 99 overall Kobe, I believe, came out after his last game ever. This was to replicate the game he scored 60 to close out his career. As you can see, he only has 67 speed, which isn't all too fast. However, the granddaddy of them all was this 98 Kobe Bryant that was to replicate his 81 point performance. Back in 2K16, they had a series called Throwback Thursday, where they would make cards to replicate a historic performance for that player. As you can see, this one was only 98, however, he was by far faster than the 99 overall, and had pretty much similar stats all across the board, just being much more athletic. So this was the one to pick up if you had an unlimited budget. The 98 Kobe was the most wanted card by content creators, as you can see from how excited Troydan gets.
Bomba! Bomba! Kobe! Kobe!
2K17 was a little bit of a down year for Kobe. He did have this young Ruby Froby card that was decent for a budget, another mid-tier Amethyst Kobe that was actually used quite a bit for his price, a Diamond Kobe, and along with the elusive Pink Diamond Kobe. It's crazy that this card only had 2 Hall of Fame badges and was considered one of the best in the game. That shows you how much the game has changed over the years. However, his stats were pretty much maxed out and everything that you would want to see on the card. He didn't have much strength or rebounding, but other than that, he was pretty much a god tier card in the game. He was very wanted, as we can see from MosBallin's reaction to getting him on the blacktop.
Who is it? Kobe! 99 Kobe!
In 2K18, Kobe Bryant came in with a very early game card, a Ruby Froby. However, on Christmas, they decided to put 4 Kobes in the game, all signature series, a Ruby, Amethyst, Diamond, and a Pink Diamond Kobe as well, which was very early in the game cycle in December for a Pink Diamond. So this card instantly became one of the best in the game and one of the most wanted as well. As you can see, most people actually pulled the Amethyst Kobe out of this locker code they offered for Christmas. However, later on in the game cycle, they did add in another Diamond Kobe and another Pink Diamond Kobe, but that was all the way in July when the game was pretty much done for the year. "2K19 started off by giving us Sapphire Froby very early in the game cycle in September. This card was not bad at all for its time. They quickly came out with another number 8 Kobe in November that was a diamond with 3 Hall of Fame badges, and eventually they came out with a Pink Diamond Kobe for the 20th anniversary set. Just like in 2K18, 2K19 brought back Signature Series Kobe's in May. This time, instead of Christmas, they brought us a new Amethyst Kobe, a new Diamond Kobe, a new Pink Diamond Kobe, along with a Galaxy Opal Kobe Bryant. This Galaxy Opal Kobe Bryant was pretty gassed. I mean, it was May, so that should be no surprise. And he did have 20 Hall of Fame badges along with practically maxed out stats. However, about a month later, they brought us another Galaxy Opal Kobe Bryant that had 30 Hall of Fame badges this time, and every single stat was on 99. However, the difference between this Galaxy Opal Kobe and this Galaxy Opal Kobe was pretty minimal. You really wouldn't feel too much of a difference, and we can hear DBG's opinion on the situation right here.
Yeah, so if I was to advise you guys what to do if you have a Kobe, just get the normal Opal Kobe or the Pink Diamond Kobe. I don't think they're going to feel that much different than this because, like, this card isn't as good. I don't think he's as good as regular Opal MJ, so I highly, highly doubt that he's as good as a Signature Limited MJ. But yeah, very disappointing, and sorry if you guys expected a world beater, and you probably will see some gameplays where he's a world beater, but I don't know, just animations wise, release wise, he's not one of the top 5 or 6 cards in the game regardless of stats.
By 2K19, the meta was pretty well sharpened up for 2K. Everybody had want to run tall point guards and a full tall lineup, and a lot of players that had base 11, so Kobe just really did not fit the mold for this game, and despite having crazy stats, he wasn't as wildly wanted as he was in previous years. "2K20 started off by giving us an Amethyst Kobe card very early in the game cycle and quickly followed it up with a Diamond Kobe, but shortly after this card was released, Kobe Bryant unfortunately passed away in a horrific accident. Seriously, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, GG, everybody else that was involved in that accident. Condolences out to all the family members and everybody else who was affected by the horrific incident. It legitimately just makes my heart hurt to even think about it at this stage, but rest in peace. However, 2K did not release any more Kobe Bryant cards shortly after his death, and they definitely did not ever put him back in packs for the remainder of the year. However, they did come out with a Pink Diamond Kobe card that was free to everybody. This caused a lot of controversy in the community, not because they released the card, but because when he originally came out, it was a pretty bad card for the time. The card only had 78 speed, and by the time this card had came out, there was hundreds, probably better options in the game than this card to run. However, later on in the year, they did let this card evo up to an Opal. So eventually this card did become very good if evoed up, but it was a very long grind and so late in the game cycle, most people did not do it. And by then there already was an Opal Kobe in the game. This Opal Kobe was a ridiculous offline grind that needed to be done through spotlight challenges. Overall, I think it took about, I'm not sure how many hours off the top of my head, but it was a very, very long grind. Right once this was announced that this was going to be in the game, it started a race for content creators to get the first one. However, before the race could be finished, somebody did mod the game on PC and got out the first gameplay on him, which caused further controversy in the community. However, I really don't have an opinion on that. I feel like if you can use the card and get a gameplay up, go ahead and do it. It really shouldn't have been a race to the finish to start however, but when this card did come out, obviously on paper, this does look like a very good card, 99 in every single category, along with a million Hall of Fame badges. However, the card just wasn't as good as it was hyped up to be. In 2K20, at the end of the day, the animations were the biggest deal in the game, and this Kobe Bryant jump shot was very bad to start. They did fix it and made it a little better. However, the signature moves that he had just were not all that great. The meta to be played was to have Pro 8 cross or Pro 2 cross, and he had Pro 5. Moving behind the back wasn't good, and overall just not that great of a card, to be very honest, especially when other cards came out that could play the 2 that were so much taller and just had better animations and nearly identical stats. He didn't even have the greatest layup package. A lot of people were going after Long Athlete, and for the time that you had to put in to get this card, he really just was not worth it if you were trying to build the best squad possible. However, if you just wanted to get the card and you had the time due to the whole entire coronavirus shutdown and everything like that, he did his job. He was actually usable, but there was just better options in the game that you did not have to grind 100 hours for. In 2K21, 2K has gone back to releasing Kobe cards in packs. At the start of the year, they did come out with this clutch Kobe card that was very decent for the time, and very recently they did release this pink diamond Froby card that is absolutely incredible. I scored 81 points with him in my first game on Unlimited. If you guys want to check out that video, the link for that will be in the description. And yeah, this card this year is just really good right now for this time. I think he's probably the best shooting guard in the game. And other than that, we've only seen a couple Kobe cards this year, so not a whole lot to say on 2K21, other than this pink diamond Kobe card is very good. So guys, I appreciate you watching. Look forward to the next one. Let me know who else you would like to see the history of in my team, and we will continue the series. Alrighty guys, appreciate it, take care, and I'm out.